Hi guys, today we have, well, basically another very special video because Fractal Design announced the new power supply lineup and we are talking about Ion Plus. These are all platinum power supplies. They have 560, 660, 760, 860 watts power supplies, all platinum, and I'm just actually really positively surprised because you know, now everybody can have a platinum power supply with full efficiency, well, almost full since it's not 100%, but full efficiency, nice cables, quiet fan. What else to say? I mean, I think it's best if we unbox one and then we go into details, right? So we're going to open the 760 watts right now. So these are Fractal Design Ion Plus 760P fully modular power supply 80 plus platinum. And even though you know the names don't matter concerning the length and everything, yeah. Let's just see. So first things first, you have the Ion Plus Platinum user guide. You get 4 screws and you get this ties that you can arrange your cables. Now I have to go directly to the cables and skip the power supply because this is one of the features that they mentioned as the most important thing. So you get the power cords. It's kind of bulkier than usual, but okay. And then we get to the cables. You also get a nice bag where you could store your cables that you don't use, which is great also. So there we go. It has, actually it's really cool bag. Now, the thing is, they made the cables really flexible, and by that I mean you could manage some nice tight corners in small cases, because usually when you get the stock cables, they're usually very stiff. Right here at the end they usually make something very unprofessional. I'm not talking about Fractal Design, I'm talking about some other brands, and they make it pretty stiff right here at the top, and you can't do this. Imagine not doing this. So basically you could quite nicely do cable management even with this, and they're all completely black. As you can see, 24 pin has a standard look, nothing special here except for the flexibility. And then we go to the other cables. Now the other cables are flat, which I kind of really love, you know, because still, you know, they're very easily to manage, and I would only prefer if they had only one 8 pins, so 2 8 pins instead of this. But then again, we're not talking about perfect cable management, we're talking about power supply cables that come with the power supply. They call these cables ultra flex cables, and that's only because they are really ultra flex. And as you can see, they're incredibly flexible. I mean, this name says everything. So they're combining an increased strand count and reduced diameter of just 0.08 millimeters, which allows them to be thinner, more flexible cables. They have a specially formulated insulation which increases flexibility without impacting efficiency or current capacity. Now, as I said, thanks to this you could easily manage your cable management without a problem, and all the cables are thin, all the cables are nicely routed, and you can do all sorts of things with it. So let's remove the cables. We don't need them anymore. There was just actually an introduction for the cables. We are going to talk about the power supply now. Okay, we have it nicely packed again. As you can see, they're actually really small, aren't they? You could easily manage a nice smaller build, not small form factor like this one, but you can manage a nice build which actually gives you more space for the cables under the power supply shroud. Usually you get like 860 watts. I had one, it was much longer than this one. So basically there it is, guys. It has a 140mm silent fan, which is actually completely new. So they managed a custom tailored dynamic series 140mm fan, which have fluid dynamic bearing, which allows also low acoustical noise, long life and high reliability. Now, talking about the fan, here you have a possibility for 0 RPM mode. So you have a switch that gives you the option to go with 0 RPM, so that doesn't so the fan doesn't turn on until a certain load on the power supply, and basically you can turn it off so it constantly spins. The counterbalanced magnet inside reduces axial tension on the bearings, so that gives the fluidness of everything. Optimized fan geometry balances the airflow and static pressure inside, so that's another plus to add. Talking about the connectivity, here you have separated connections for the 24 pin, as I would say as usual on fully modular power supplies. You have two ATX 12 volts PCI here on top next to the 24 pin, and at the bottom you have 3 more 8 pins, and of course you have 4 SATA and peripheral connections on the power supply. The design is typically fractal design. That's, I think I said everything, right? Because when you look at their cases, they're always having a nice, elegant design with the case. No rough corners. They have everything nicely. How would I say? They're completely elegant, you know. And when you take a look at the power supply, you have a nice line over here, and you have a Fractal Design logo, which isn't, you know, pumping in your face constantly, I have a Fractal Design power supply. No, it looks really nice, and it has a two colors right here, so it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, we're talking about power supply, so it shouldn't matter, but today's video is all about mentioning the new lineup of their platinum power supply. Now, when it comes to fans in their power supplies, each model from 560 to 860p has a different RPMs, different actually all different characteristics. So basically, when we go to the Ion Plus 560, the fan goes up to 1500 RPMs, as well as the Ion Plus 660p. Then we go to the 760p, which goes up to 1800 RPMs, and finally we end up at 860p Ion Plus power supply, where fan goes up to 2000 RPMs. So when the fan hits maximum velocity, maximum speed, maximum rotational speed, the fan at the 560p goes up to 32 decibels, and it's actually fascinating because at 760p it goes up to 38.3 decibels, and on the 860p goes 36.6 decibels. So that's kind of really strange, but it's okay nevertheless. So basically, let's sum it up. They came out with completely new series of power supplies. Fractal Design Ion Plus 560, 660, 760 and 860p. Those are fully modular, all of them. So from 560 to 860 watts, they're all fully modular, 80 plus certified platinum power supplies. They have a new custom tailored 140mm fan, which has a let's say on-off switch for the silent fan, so it doesn't turn on until a certain load is achieved on the power supply. Maximum operational temperature, this is with full load, is 50 degrees. So I don't know if other power supplies go above, but that kind of gets the whole PC environment into a lower state of the temperatures. Capacitors are 105C Japanese polymer, and lifetime expectancy at maximum output load is 100,000 hours. One thing they also did, they extended the 24 pin and the 8 pin EPS a bit longer, so the 24 pin is 60 centimeters and the 8 pin EPS is 70 centimeters, so it kind of gives you more possibility to connect it if it's a larger case. Even though it's a smaller power supply, doesn't mean you can't use a larger case. The full dimensions of the power supply are 150 times 150 and the height is 86 millimeters. Basically, this was just a small introduction to the new series of Fractal Design Platinum power supplies. I will definitely put some links below for more details, more information, and I'll put some more information down below in the caption part, so you could read up and check out all the details. And definitely will do another video for the power supplies where I put them in a Fractal Design case with a full build. So we're going to make it a bit interesting. I just wanted to show you guys that Fractal has super cool new power supplies. That's it. Thank you for watching an introduction to the Fractal Design new series of power supplies. These are Ion Plus 760P and 660P fully modular power supplies, 80 plus certified platinum. You get a nice bag for your cables. You get a really nice, slick, elegant power supply with loads of new features, including cables that are fully bendable. You get a silent 140mm fan. You get, well, fully modular power supply. So definitely that. You get a nice button here to turn on or off the 0 RPM mode of your fan. You have a new bearings on the fans, extended cables. What else? I mean, they're platinum. So guys, that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching. See you in another video with Fractal Design, where we're going to build a full build. I'm just going to show you how it looks, and we're going to talk about more in-depth details about the power supply. So don't forget to like, subscribe so you don't miss it. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.